Shalom Israel, Shalom. Kala la yamla, Allah hayanawa, YaHaWah, BaHaSham, YaHaWaShi, BaHaSham, Qadash. That's all praises to YaHaWah, who the world ignorantly calls God. YaHaWaShi, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. BaHaSham, in the name, Qadash, Spirit Holy, Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostle and elders of great millstone who teach well and rule well, who taught me this truth in its entirety. Peace and salutation to the fellow laborers, the Akim, pushing this truth at risk of their own lives throughout the four corners of the earth. To the Ak with listening and learning, Shalom. It's your brother Shema from the Pillars of Benjamin camp here on another lesson. And a quick lesson, quick edification, you know what I mean? Through the spirit and power of YaHaWah, the title will come. But we'll go right into it. It's this video of this woman, Judite, being with an encounter with police. We'll watch it, and then most I willing, I don't want Rataza, we'll attach some scripture.
On their homework.
The city ordinance, again, in the city of Norcross, you can't be hanging out in the vehicle. Alright?
Excuse me, first of all.
Okay.
Yep. When was this city ordinance in place?
It's been in place for years now.
Okay. So due to COVID-19, okay, a lot of these ordinance is a waiver. So right now what you see,
You can stay.
no, I could come near my car, near my kids. No, I'm coming near my children because they're under the age 18.
So yeah, her kids in that vehicle, they're under the age, they're minors, clearly, right?
Okay.
And as you can see, they're doing schoolwork. They have 2 laptops.
All right.
Okay, so what I'm gonna need you to do, because my car is registered, it's insured, and if my children is at school right now and it's not lunchtime, I'm gonna need you to back up from my car because they're in the middle of doing schoolwork. And it's already a lot of stress from the kids being, how should I say this, at home during school and have to learn. So if they don't want to be in a congested ass hotel, because right now what you don't know, no, you don't know, you don't get it. You don't get our circumstances. You don't get that for one.
You don't get our circumstance. You heard the police boy was like, yo, yeah, I get it. Psalm 73. No, they don't get it. Precept just came to mind, right? Concerning oppression, they speak loftily. They don't get it. There's a disconnect. They look down on us. Psalm 73 verse. Because the Judite woman said, you don't know our circumstances. And he's like, yeah, I get it. Psalm 73 verse 8. They are corrupt. Who's corrupt? Wicked E, the banking families, the elites, the police, them. Wicked Esau, the wicked. Job 9:24. The earth is given over to the hand. The earth is given over to the hand of the wicked. Right? They are corrupt. And speak wickedly. They speak wickedness, man. Concerning oppression, right? Concerning our plight, the plight of Israel being a people before a place, the so-called indigenous, the so-called Latino, the so-called Negro. Concerning our plight, concerning our oppression, they speak loftily, right? They speak loftily, man. They look down, lofty. It's queued up. Let's look it up, lofty. Exalted of high rank, right? Concerning oppression, they speak loftily, right? Also with a high purpose, of high morale or intellectual value, elevated in nature or style, right? Elevated, imposing height, especially standing out above others, right? Concerning oppression, they speak loftily. And that's Esau. That's wicked Esau, man. Let's get back to this video.
And you don't get 2, that you see 2 black children, because clearly neither one of y'all look like our color. But you see 2 black children in a car that's registered.
Different shades of brown, right? Israelite children, Judite children, different shades of brown, right? But two-thirds don't know this. They don't get it. No knowledge, right? My people perish for lack of knowledge. Because this Judite woman don't know what's going on. Hosea 4, verse 6. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Whose people? YaHaWah, BaHaSham, YaHaWaShi's people. His people being the Israelites, the so-called indigenous, the so-called Latino, the so-called Negro. Because why are they destroyed for lack of knowledge? Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Right? The most I reject, 2/3 are rejected, man. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. Right? And this is the plight of Jacob, the plight of Israel. Israel being a people before a place. This is their plight. Lack of knowledge, so they're destroyed. Right? Let's get back to the video. And it's the curses, man.
Because clearly neither one of y'all look like our color. But you see two black children in a car that's registered to me and they're under 18. So right now, you don't have no right. I'm their attorney. You have no right to speak to them. Okay? So what you can do is just back up. I don't care about your ordinance, okay? Because my children have a right to go to school due to COVID. And I don't care about your ordinance because right now what it shows is that y'all harassing two black children that's sitting in a car that I have keys to, that I own, that I give them full permission to sit outside in a comfortable, safe car due to where we are, okay? That they feel safer to sit in a car that their mother owned, that their parents.
It's the curses, right? Right now, this Judite woman's crying about her affliction, right? Jeremiah 30, verse 15. Jeremiah 30, verse 15, and it reads, why criest thou for thine affliction? This is a question, Jeremiah is being asked by the Most High YaHaWah BaHaSham YaHaWaShi. Why criest thou for thine affliction? Right? Why are you crying for your affliction, for what you're going through? Right? Thy sorrow, who's going through? Israelites. Israel being a people before a place. Right? Thy sorrow is incurable. Right? Your sorrow can't be cured, man. Why can't it be cured? For the multitude of thine iniquity. Many, multitude. So much sin and transgression, man. Right? Because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee. The Most High has done these things to us. Israel being a people before a place. The Most High has done these things to us. Right? So this Judite woman here crying over her affliction, but she doesn't know. Right? My people perish for lack of knowledge. It's written in the scriptures. She doesn't know. She doesn't know that these are the curses. She doesn't know that the Most High is doing this to us. She doesn't know that we can't escape these curses. Right? Jake out here think they could escape these curses. You can't escape these curses. Deuteronomy 28, verse 19, and it reads, Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in. Right? You're born into this. You're born into these curses. And cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. When you're going to die in these curses. The Israelites. Deuteronomy 28, verse 29. And it reads, and thou shalt grope at noonday, grope, hands out, feeling lost, grope, hands out like a blind man walking. Thou shalt grope at noonday, right, broad daylight, you're lost, man. As the blind gropeth in darkness, as the blind walks around, groping around, trying to find their way. And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, no matter what you do, you're not going to prosper. It's the curses, man. And Jake, that does have a consolation for his prize. Jake, that does get it, they've had to sell out. Luke chapter 6. Consolation for your prize. I can't remember where it is. Luke chapter 6. Luke chapter 6, verse 24. Red letter. YaHaWaShi wrote this. Said this. Salakia. But woe unto you that are rich. Destruction. Unto you that are rich. For ye have received your consolation. It's only a consolation. So if you're an Israelite and you're getting it on this side, it's just a consolation. And you have to do some heinous acts to get it. Right? You have to do some heinous acts to get it. YaHaWaShi said right here, woe unto you that are rich, for you have received your consolation, right? But two-thirds of the nation, two-thirds of the nation of Israel don't know this, right? Us in this truth, we know it's the curses, right? This Judite woman right here crying over affliction, she don't know, right? And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled. Salakia, let's read it again. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the Deuteronomy 28 verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness, right? Lost, groping, can't find your way. And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. You're not going to prosper. These curses are on you. Born in it and die in it. And thou shalt be only oppressed. The oppressed. Who are the oppressed? Israelites. The so-called indigenous. Israel being a people for a place. The so-called indigenous, the so-called Latino, the so-called Negro. Thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore. Only oppressed and only spoiled. Everything, you're always being robbed, taken, taxed, wickedy, the banking families, the elites, right? And no man shall save thee. You can't be saved out of these curses, man. YaHaWaShi's got to come back. That's the only time you're going to be out of these. You're going to be out of these curses, man. Deuteronomy 28 verse 45, and it reads, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee. All these curses written about in Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15 on down, right? And shall pursue thee. Pursue who? The Israelites. And overtake thee till thou be destroyed. Overtake you, destroy you, wipe you out. Why? Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of YaHaWah thy power. We didn't listen. Our forefathers didn't listen. The ancients didn't listen. The two-thirds don't listen today. Didn't listen to the statutes, laws, and commandments given to us. Didn't listen. We didn't listen. That's why. To keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. Right? That's why. That's why we're the state. Right? That's why Israel is in the state they're in today. Israel being a people before a place. Deuteronomy 28 verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder. What shall be on thee for a sign and a wonder? These curses. And upon thy seed forever. So this is a cut right here that those issues aren't the Israelites. Those Zionists over there in the land of Israel aren't the Israelites. Because if it was, these curses would be on them. Right? But yet they own all the bricks and mortar. They own Hollywood. They own pro sports teams. They own the banks. They own the Corporation of America the Great, Babylon the Great. Right? But they want to claim they're the Most High YaHaWaShi is chosen. This is a cut. It's a cut, man. Let's go back to the video.
No, I'm not done. You have less than 5 minutes to back up from my car because you don't know if I'm about to leave. You don't know if I went in there to get my purse. You don't know what I'm in the house, in this little, matter of fact, this room, I should say, doing before my kids end up leaving. We could be in the middle of going to get lunch. Do you see what time it is? Okay, so what I'm going to need you to do is back up from my car because you have no right harassing my children who's doing homework. It's COVID-19. They're in school and there's no, because what you're doing is y'all disturbing. Part of the ordinance is y'all causing a disturbance. I wouldn't even know what was going on because everybody was minding their business. You got one. No. You got 2 cars because I have 3 grown men harassing my 2 children and putting them in fear that they contacted me on my phone to come outside because they're scared, especially with every.
Yep. Scared. In fear. Feds them roll up. Lamentation 4, verse 17. Right? In fear. Lamentations 4, verse 18. And it reads, they hunt our steps. Who hunts our steps? Wicked E. The elites. Esau, the so-called white man. The police them. The slave catchers back in the day. They hunt our steps. That we cannot go in our streets. We can't go out. Any day things can go south. For Jake out here. Any day things can go south. You could leave your house and go to work in the morning and not come back, man. And get slayed by the police, man. Right? Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come, right? Any day it can go south out here, man. Right? This Judite woman, it ends nicely for her, right? But if it was like some Judite men, different story, man.
everything that's going on, and they're young. So not only are they seeing the news, not only are they seeing YouTube and videos, but this is a plain example that they're minding their own business and they're registered and sure.
Not only are they seeing the news, she said, so her kids are seeing the news of what? Zechariah 11 verse 5. Zechariah 11 verse 5. And it reads, whose possessors slay them. Whose possessors? Who's the possessors? Wicked E. The elites. The wicked, right? Whose possessors slay them. Slay who? The Israelites. And hold themselves not guilty. They slay Jake all day, man, and hold themselves not guilty. Go to court and don't get arraigned, get off, walk free, right? And hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, and they that sell them, that's a slave trade, man, right? Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not, right? So they sold Jake in the past, gave Jake the slave Bible, told Jake to listen to your slave master, said amongst themselves they're rich, right? Wicked E, right? And to this day, their own shepherds being the leaders of Jake, of Israel being a people before a place, the actors, the athletes, the men of renown, the men of fame, the MLKs, the Jesse Jacksons, right? Athletes, Hollywood, right? And their own shepherds pity them not. They don't care. They don't care about the plight of Jacob, right? They don't care about the plight of Jacob. We'll close out with that one right there. Let's finish out this video.
Ford car doing schoolwork due to the pandemic, and y'all have the audacity to come 3 men deep to 2 innocent children who's doing schoolwork. No, I don't. I'm about to get my keys and I'm about to pull off, and you're not about to see no ID or nothing, because you can see that. You don't have to. What's understood don't have to be explained. You already see the frustration. No, it is ignorant. Y'all are ignorant. Y'all see 2 kids doing homework. Thank you for calling me a name. You said ignorance.
There's 2 people in the car, right?
2 children.
I don't know that until I
back up. You told me to back up. Okay. You're too close to me, and I don't feel safe.
Came up to my.
I came to my car.
It ends well for her. Still, we'll go for it, man. But if this is a Judite men, over curtains. We're reading about it.
I'm about to leave.
Okay, you're still holding me up. 1, 2, 3. They just sent another one for backup. Don't even know why. Just harassing. No, you see the hotel. This is every day here. This is every day. I'm going to. Now I'm being late for a doctor's appointment. So I'm being harassed. As you can see, he's here. This is the car. Here it go. Here go their badge. 9930.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. If those are some Judite men, or up here, or as Benjamin, some Benjamites, any of the tribes, it wouldn't end well, man. Let's close out with this. Lamentations 4 verse 19. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. Our persecutors, man. The wicked, the elites, the police, the military, the government, right? They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. They're always trying to put their foot on our neck and keep us in the yoke, under the yoke of bondage, man. Always, right? But we know YaHaWaShi is coming back to put an end to that, man. You know what I mean? I just wanted to touch on that quick video, edify the sheep, feed the lambs, man. You know what I mean? Right? I pray you edified. I don't want Ratazah. Kwam Yasharala. Wa Abar Babal. Shalom.